Sometimes knowing which champion to max up next on your account is pretty obvious, right? Morag is going to help me out a hell of a lot on my own free-to-play account. Ally attacker, all that good stuff. Lovely jubbly. Other times, however, your champion roster looks a bit like this. This right here is the champion roster of Mr. and Mrs. Knight. And welcome to another episode of What to Max Next, man, where you can go ahead and play along in the comments if you wish. The goal is to pick 3 champions on this account from this roster that we should be recommending to build out next on this account, man, to help with progression, to fill gaps in the roster amongst the level 60 champions, and just to cover all kinds of tips when it comes to knowing what champion to rank up next, kind of as they come to us, man. I do this just to help people out where I can on the Discord server. That's linked down below in the description box, because frankly, I get like 50 account takeover requests a week. There's no way at all I can get to all of them, but at least it's where I can cover a few accounts in a single video. And yeah, when you guys get involved in the comments, it becomes a little bit of a communal account takeover, as I like to call it. Hey man, if you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account before we get started, make sure to do that by using the beginner promo link, which you can find down below at the top of the video description box, to jumpstart your account with Corrado Fox Hunter as your free starter legendary, as well as a whole bunch of epic champions as you level up your account. Best beginner promo link going, man. All you gotta do is hop on a PC or a laptop, click on that link down below, use it to create your new raid account. Corrado will show up in your inbox as soon as you're done with the tutorial, and that's how you'll know that the beginner promo link has worked. Make sure to get it used for the best start possible. Alright man, my 3 picks for Mr. Knight's account. The entire first row of champions on this account, love them by the way. We've got a great variety, a great mix of rare and epic and legendary champions here. The worst thing you can do in the early or mid game of Raid is just have a billion legendary champions up at level 60 and just like no epics or rares, because then you have a bunch of unbooked legendaries and like they're just like half as effective as a champion roster of epic champions would be that are actually fully booked, you know? So love this. The entire first row is level 60. Everything below that is level 50 or lower. I was almost baited into recommending the Painkeeper and the Maneater for setting up an unkillable team until I saw the Wixwell. And I guess you've already got the Wixwell Infinity Clan Boss team set up on this account. Awesome. It means we don't have to worry about the Painkeeper and the Maneater. I tell you what, man, this account is in pretty good standing to start getting involved in Hydra, or at least start thinking about it. The Acrisia, great damage dealer. The Rector, great support champion. Into Hydra, the Wixwell can be used as a provoker. Mashald is a great damage dealer. Also brings leash debuff into Hydra as well. One role that we are lacking at max level on this account into Hydra is a block buffs champion. And we have Sun Wukong sitting at level 50, man. He's also a great arena specialist. I know he's got some overlap with Alice in that case as well, but frankly, I think that Sun Wukong would be my #1 champion that I would focus on taking up to level 60 next on this account. And I'm going to reveal my honorable mention alongside the Sun Wukong. If we just throw in the Sun Wukong alongside a level 60 Doom Priest on this account, who doesn't even need to be booked, by the way. Sun Wukong, the Doom Priest, we throw that into the Hydra team, we're probably looking at like a decently functional Hydra team for just starting to farm normal mode Hydra and just getting our very first Hydra chests coming in on this account, which I actually know from Mr. and Mrs. Knight's message is something that this account is struggling with. So right away, yeah, the Sun Wukong and the Doom Priest are going to be my joint first pick for Hydra purposes. After that, pick #2 and priority #2 for me at least is going to be Cold Heart, because Cold Heart exists and Cold Heart as a champion is absolutely ridiculous. An account-changing rare champion that you're going to use in almost all of just the problem dungeons in Raid Shadow Legends. Even if she eventually falls off a little bit in your normal team dungeons, you can use her in speed farm dungeon teams for like speed farming against Spider and that kind of deal. Cold Heart just never disappoints. I feel like she's a nice safe one, nice and easy to book up, being a rare champion to take up to 60 next. After that, I mean, there's a lot of champion recommendations here that we could go with. The Farrakhan would be fine, but we already have Morag up at level 60 as an ally attacker. We do actually lack a good bit of 10 meter control on this account as well, so if Fire Knight is something that we're really struggling with, we could go for the Allure as our pick. #3, without actually being in the account myself right now, it's hard to know where we actually need progress on this account and where exactly we're struggling, but I think these are all good like option #3 picks that we could go for. I'm going to be very curious to read the comments under this video and see what your suggestions would be as well. I think for me, keeping the focus on Hydra, I'd go ahead and max out the Shamil. This guy's an account changer, man. He might only really specialize. He's pretty good in a few areas of the game, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to like Hydra specialists, damage dealers, the best answer in the game probably to the Head of Torment in Hydra, just instantly negating every single true fear and turning it into a 10 meter boost. It's just absolutely absurd. And so, yeah, we're going to be using Shamil at some point in one of our Hydra teams. I'll go ahead and put Shamel as my pick number 3, but frankly, we've got a lot of good options here, man. I mean, up to and including Creaden, for God's sake. Account number 2 comes in from Mr. Buck Chorus. Now, little bit of a problem with this roster, man. Got a lot of champions at level 40, actually almost 2 full rows of champions at level 40. We then got like almost a full row's worth-ish of champions at 5 stars, and then we've only got like a small handful of champions, 5 or 6 champions, sitting at level 60. It's not quite like level 50 or level 40 syndrome on this account, man, as you guys know that I call it. But we're not that far off either, man. We're showing some early symptoms, you know what I'm saying? So first things first, man, the process. I'd like to take a look at the level 60s first and foremost, right? So we've got like some good some good arena damage. We've got a couple of champions that provide increased speed, which is great. I forget this legendary champion's name. Let me look him up real quick. There he is, man. Dune Herald Zaharis. This guy is insanely good. We've got two very, between the Supreme Gallic and the Dune Herald Zaharis on this account. Two very high priority book legendaries, man. This guy's great. Block debuffs buff, increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, 3 turn cooldown. Great. Also brings block buffs and or I guess block active skills debuff on a target for 2 turns if you can place that debuff, or if you can get value from that debuff, I should say. Amazing into Chimera. Bringing both of these skills is amazing. Also a bit of 10 meter steal on the A1 as well. So that's all stuff worth bearing in mind. We are well set up for Hydra on this account, even though the roster is way too early to be considering Hydra at this time. So great stuff. We've got the Rector at 6 stars, but it's sitting at level 50. The Ruella is at 60. The Tagore is at 60. Okay, so some 10 meter steal, plenty of increased speed. What are we lacking from this roster? Well, we don't have an AoE decreased defense champion, and we don't have a decreased attack champion that can get it off reliably. Rector can do the job with the A1, but it's a low land rate and it's only single target, so not super reliable there. Now, initially I was like, well, Ugo, let's have it, you know? But dude, we've already got like 2 block buff champion legendaries with the Supreme Gallic and with the, I've already forgot his name again, the other bloody legendary that we just looked at. We've already got 2 champions that do that job, and so the Ugo's really just bringing, we've also got some good healers on the account already as well at level 60, and so the Ugo's really just bringing decreased defense on an AoE. My pick number 1 to max up next on this account, I'd go back for the Stag Knight, bro. There he is, man. The Stag Knight all the way over at the far left of the roster here. Yeah, max this guy up. This guy's going to be great. Brings another multi-hitter and a decreased speed debuff on his A1. He's going to be great at helping us out into Fire Knight on this account because of that multi-hitter. Most importantly, though, he's going to bring the AoE decrease defense and the AoE decrease attack. And so he's got to be my pick number 1. The Stag Knight is one of those catch-all champions that is good everywhere, man. The earlier you get your Stag Knight built and the sooner you get him booked on up, the quicker you're going to at least progress towards like those stage, like the golden and stage 20 on your early game account, you know, because he's just great everywhere, man. The decreased defense is amazing against waves. Even the decreased attack against Demon Lord Clan Boss is going to be clutch as hell. You know, it's going to be a lot more reliable than the Rector Drats. He can probably find a place on that team. The decreased defense is going to help with damage against Demon Lord as well. He's just one of the, like I say, he's just a catch-all. I think his reviews are actually pretty accurate, you know. He's like a 4.7, 4.8-ish, sort of everywhere in the game, man. Very good champion. He'll even help out into Chimera as well, bringing decreased attack, decreased defense, and decreased speed on the A1, a key and crucial debuff to bring into Chimera Clan Boss. This guy has a big part to play on this account for sure, and for me takes priority ahead of the Ugo, which is a rare thing indeed. Champion pick number 2 for me. God, I keep on looking to the Apothecary, by the way, that I keep on remembering we have 2 very good increased speed buffer champions already at level 60. The bloody Tagore 6-star Awakened just somehow randomly on this account. Very cool to see. So probably not the Apothecary. I don't think we should take him past level 50, to be honest, on this account. I think my pick number 2 for this account, you know, is probably just going to be the Morag. Morag is a very safe champion to take up to level 60, and so as my pick number 2, she's going to help us out into Fire Knight with her, of course, ally attack A3. It's going to be great. We've got a bunch of multi-hitters as well. Stag Knight, once he's level 60, is going to be one of our double hitters, probably getting used into Fire Knight. The Ruella's got a triple hitter A1. That's already a lot of value we can get from an ally attack skill into Fire Knight with Morag, who herself brings a double hitter A1. I'd even say Morag is so solid into Fire Knight. Dude, I still use her on my main account alongside like a bunch of legendaries and stuff for farming into hard mode Fire Knight. man. I still use it to this day. That's kind of crazy, man, when you think about it. So yeah, get great value out of this champ. She also brings to attack all enemies. That helps to kill off the waves, but also places strengthen buff for a couple turns as well on her A2, which can be quite good for progress. Why'd I say good like that, man? What the hell was it? Good. Quite good for progressing into Ice Golem, man. She's not a bad little Ice Golem damage dealer. Again, Ice Golem is more about like taking it slow and living when you're progressing against Ice Golem. You can figure out killing Ice Golem fast later on, you know, or building champions to solo Ice Golem or whatever later on, man. In the early game, when you're just progressing towards like stage 20 for the first time, survival, man, strengthen buffs, increase defense, decrease attack debuffs, that kind of thing, you know. Morag plus Stagnite, that's a lot of survivability for your Ice Golem team right away. Throw a Rector Drath into the team for some healing. Oi, now you're talking. Long story short, I think Morag is going to help out in a lot of places, man. She's my pick number 2. As for my pick number 3, again, some solid champs on this account. A few directions that we could go. This one's maybe just a bit more personal preference. I'm actually thinking that we pick up the Burangiri. Burangiri up at the top here, beside the Apothecary. Amazing champion, not just for like wave content, faction wars, that kind of thing. He's got great uses there. But right now in Doom Tower, it's a Dreadhorn Bommel rotation. And if you know anything about Burangiri, you know that he's just like Lady Annabelle. In fact, identical to Lady Annabelle with his passive. And his passive makes it so that anytime one of the bombs explodes against you, against Dreadhorn Bommel, he just heals for 50% of his max HP whenever those bombs dies, right? It counts as like an enemy champion. And so, get this guy masteries, farm up like his War Master mastery, get him in good regeneration gear and immortal gear, high HP, good defense, fast speeds, so that he like triggers the heal nice and often. He'll just solo Bommel. You'll just take care of that boss, which is like a brick wall if you don't have a champion that can solo Dreadhorn Bommel. For a lot of players, you know. Much easier to build out a champion that can solo Bommel rather than trying to build out a full team to take on Bommel like the, well, like organic or like old-fashioned way, I suppose. Burangiri, amazing champion for the job. I built out Lady Annabelle to do this exact same job on my main account. It's how I beat Bommel for the first time. Never regretted it. I still use it to this day to defeat the hardest difficulties of Bommel in Doom Tower, you know. And so Burangiri could do the same for this account. I can't believe that last account had the opportunity to just max up an Ugo, man, and we just passed up on it at every opportunity. It's a great honorable mention. Fantastic champion to build out later on. Those are my 3 picks for that last account. This next account is owned by Mr. Fenris. Ooh, I'm loving the shape of this roster. Great variety of level 60 champions doing a whole bunch of different jobs. Some great clan boss champions, man, with the Taragi. This account is looking saucy, man. So the entire first row of champions are the level 60s, and then down below that we have our options. Okay, so we've got the Painkeeper, but it doesn't look to me like I don't see any man-eaters in here. We do have a second screenshot that we could take a quick peek at as well, but I'm mostly going to focus on the first screenshot because things are just... I just want to check that there's not a man-eater on the account. As far as I can see, there isn't, and so that kind of just strikes off the Painkeeper for the time being, at least. We can maybe come back to her in future when we can set up a unkillable team. First thing I noticed, man, gaps in the roster. Once again, that's the first thing that I like to look at. We don't have an AoE decreased defense champion, once again. Just like the last roster here on Mr. Fenris's account. And this time, the Ugo looks pretty goddamn appealing to me. My pick number 1, probably going to be the Ugo. Let's be real, great champion to go ahead and stump the bucks on at this stage. Going to be fantastic into Hydra. Great Hydra support alongside Rector for the heals. Amazing into wave content, obviously. Great into Chimera Clan Boss. Yeah, Ugo's going to have all kinds of uses for us on this account of being an epic. Easier than most to build up. So, yeah, I think that the Ugo is going to be my pick number 1. Ooh, but you know what could have easily been my pick number 1? Screw it, I'll just make it my pick number 2 for now. Oh, I just want to point out, by the way, the Cold Hat is actually 6 stars. It's just a level 50 6-star Cold Hat, so the Cold Hat's already on the way there. Sorry if that's hard to see if you're watching on like a small screen or something. Another thing I noticed, we don't actually have an increased speed champion in max level. Not a single one. The Haikatoon's sitting at level 50. The Apothecary is also sitting at level 50. And I think that based on the fact that we only have the Cold Heart in the entire roster that brings a good reliable multi-hitter. I mean, I guess Kale brings, Kale and Gallic bring a multi-hitter, I think, on their collective A3s. So I guess they kind of count, like, for use into Fire Knight as a multi-hitter, but the Apothecary brings a multi-hitter on his A1. is a rare champion, is nice and easy to build, and of course brings the increased speed as well. I'm thinking that we level up Apothecary here to 60 instead of the Haikatoon in this case. Oh, I guess Fabian also technically has a multi-hitter on his A1, also brings a bit of 10 meter steel as well. The Apothecary, the Fabian, and the Cold Heart, that's like an amazing backbone for a good old Clan Boss team, man. And to be fair, not a Clan Boss team, a Fire Knight team. What am I even talking about? A Fire Knight team, goddammit. And then, of course, naturally, my pick number 3 is probably just going to be the Morag because, you know, reasons. Ally attack, you know, add 1 extra 10 meter controller to that team that we just listed, and we're probably good for at least stage 16 Fire Knight. If not all the way up to 20, if we can pick up a champion that can take care of the waves, or just build the Morag with enough damage to just clap the waves, maybe. Maybe even Fabian can do that job of controlling the waves, that is. As for some honorable mentions, I don't think I'm crazy to not pay too much attention to Demon Lord Clan Boss, by the way. With these champion rank ups, I feel like we've got some great options already into Demon Lord, the Taragi being the bulk of them. Taragi bringing poisons and ally protect, and just some like general team survival. Is great. Also brings decreased attack on the A1. Combine that with the Rector Drath, that's a lot of survivability, man. Like reliable-ish decreased attack debuff, good healing to take into Demon Lord as is. I guess as honorable mentions, some things we could build out on this account. One of them would be Skull Crusher. Maybe for the counter-attack buff into Demon Lord Clan Boss. Also brings ally protect as well though, so there's a lot of overlap there with the Taragi. So, you know what, second thought, I think I'd just go ahead and cross him off. I don't think it's a worthwhile investment. He's probably not going to replace the Taragi, at least until you can build like a full team around him. So yeah, never mind, screw that. I will say that the Vegas could be a champion that we could consider purely as a champion that we could then build with high resistance in a regeneration set, maybe a little bit later on in the account's lifespan, for the purpose of soloing Dreadhorn Bommel, who might be a problem for us on this account. I don't really see any other champions on the account that can solo the Bommel just yet, unless I'm blind, which is entirely possible. Let me know if I am. But the build for Vegas into Dreadhorn Bommel, at least for clearing normal mode Dreadhorn Bommel, it's something like 260 resistance is enough to resist the buff strip effect from Bommel. And there are all kinds of like build guide videos you can check up on YouTube. I don't know if you're on the channel myself, that actually do touch on Vegas as one of the champions that can solo Bommel. And so if we're having trouble with him on this account, Vegas could be one of the honorable mentions for that purpose. If we don't want to do that, and we don't want to have to like put the bucks into the Vegas, or we just don't have the regeneration gear required to build the Vegas for that, and like to build them with high resist and regeneration gear, it can be a little bit tough sometimes. We could just go back for the Master Butcher, man, who is 5-star awakened apparently. Go ahead, take him up to 6 stars, get him in the regeneration gear, get him moving fast, and use him as our budget option to survive against Dreadhorn Bommel as well. And I think that that would do just fine also. I'm a little bit fixated on Scarab King and Dreadhorn Bommel currently because they're in the current rotation of Doom Tower, so that might be leading me astray a little bit with some of these recommendations. But hey, these are mostly the honorable mentions, right? I'm just kind of shooting out some thoughts here of champions to consider after the main 3 that we've already named for Mr. Fenris. And there you have it, man. 3 more accounts down in What Should You Max Next? Cue a little jingle there, I suppose, man. That can be the little jingle for the series, man. Put on the radio voice and all that, you know? Hey, thanks so much, guys. Hope you all did enjoy this one, man. Just a nice little way that we can cover some accounts that we're looking for an account takeover that I just didn't have time to get to. You know what I'm saying? So, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all played along in the comments down below yourselves as well, man, for this communal account takeover session, we'll call it. And if you're looking to start off a new raid account, man, remember to use my beginner promo link to get that done. You can find that link, as always, down below at the top of the description box, down below this video, man. Simply click on that link, use it to create a new account, and get your account off to the best start possible with all of the freebies this way that you can see on screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.